Here we have two great and well-renowned English learners with us today. Here, sir is Mr. Anil sir, and he is still serving in St. Joseph's Public School, you know. And beside him, sir is his name is Mahadev Babu, and I have nothing to call his name, but I'm sorry I'm calling his name. I would not like to take your time today because sir is with us today. So first Anil sir will come and say you some words and will tell you how to improve your speaking skills, how you are going to speak better and better every day. So sir, please come and share some
You first.
You first, then sir will come at last.
You are in active service.
Good morning, all of you. I am very glad to see you. And in front of the well, a small fish is standing before you. Well, shark, if you speak shark about it, in front of sea, one small pond is standing before you. What expression I have is known to you, but our great personality is sitting on the chair. Mahadev Babu, he is renowned teacher, not only renowned teacher I speak about him, is the best of all. If on the basis of international matters we think, he is one of the greatest personalities in the world, in the field of English. He is not a learned person. We have to learn many things from him. How to speak, how to write, in English especially. And at the age of 87, sir, at the age of 87, he is looking very smart and very young. He has knowledge, a lot of knowledge he has. If he expresses, do you think Anil sir is nothing in front of him? And I am telling you, I am nothing in front of him. Energetic person, most energetic person is sitting before you. If I speak about him, he is himself a book of knowledge of English. If you see him and listen to him, the sure and certain you forgot it. You can forget everything. Which person is speaking before you? Then if I am a teacher, simple teacher, I want to tell you something, how to speak in English, how to write, to encourage, it is my duty. I have taken such type of duty to make you understand. You have to possess boldness to speak in English. Don't think you are nothing, you are everything. You can speak in English not only, you can express any language, what you want to speak here. Don't think you are very small. You are very big here. Who is small, who is big here? When you think about it, sure and certain you get knowledge and you can speak. Suppose that one student was speaking here about APJ Abdul Kalam. General personality you understand. Suppose that I don't know about APJ Abdul Kalam. The general personality you understand. The speciality you have to put. APJ Abdul Kalam was a great personality. One of the greatest personalities in the world. Missile man, he was called Missile man. He was not only the President of India, great personality. Scientist, one of the best scientists he was called. Now, I don't want to take your more time because you are here sitting
2.5 hours.
for 2.5 hours. Half an hour, so sir is sitting here. Sir will take more and more time before you.
No need of that.
So I invite, especially sir, I don't want to call you sir. I want to invite Mahadev Babu, one of the greatest personalities in the world in the field of English. Now sir come and I leave for this post for you. And first time in front of you I am speaking before the students. First time. Because I respect him very well. Too much, beta. Too much.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, my dear children, very, very nice and cozy morning to all of you. One thing, morning. And as you are learning a spoken English, first of all, you have to understand the instinctive value of the word English. What is English? What is English? Term you have to understand. English doesn't mean only the name of a particular language spoken by the British people. Even American and all over the world, different countries, they have also adopted this very particular language as their own means of expression in their constitution, in their country, for colloquial expression, conversation, academic education, different other methods and means of expression. But one thing you have to understand, the word English indicates or signifies culture, civilization, eloquence, means art of speaking, the gift of gab that must be furnished on the basis of the mental circumference and firmament of each and every person of the world. English is not only a language, it is the mastermind of the world. You know, in the regime of the British rulers, there was no name of sunset. What does it mean? Sunset, you understand? The sun never set in the regime of the British rulers all over the world, because they ruled all over the world. They ruled all the countries of the world. Not even a single country of the world was really left to be ruled by that British regime. So you have to understand, English means culture. English, if suppose somebody is called in the sense of being an English personality, English is an adjective. English is the name of a language also. But if somebody calls himself an English teacher, one thing you have to understand, he may be an English teacher, means he must be an English person. Indian person and person or the teacher belonging to any other part of the country can't call themselves English teachers. India, Indian. England, English. Try to understand. India, Indian. China, Chinese. Britain, British. Even France, French, like that, Nepal, Nepalese. So English teacher, he may be called a Hindi teacher, a science teacher, a physics teacher, but not an English teacher. Mr. Albert is an English teacher of physics or chemistry or any other subject in our institution, but nobody except, rather than British people, nobody can call himself or herself an English teacher. So English is an adjective. English is the name of a language also, but he is an English language teacher. One thing you have to understand. Mr. Sen is an English language teacher. Mr. Bose is an English literature teacher. Mr. Zha is an English grammar teacher. Like this you have to use. So for your spoken English, you know the value of English very well. It is everything. It is just the pulse of our modern life. Without English, in computer, in science, in medical science, commercial science, all branches of our knowledge, they have already got impact because of the importance of English only in the life of human beings. So one thing you have to understand, for spoken English, you have to express very clearly, expressively, impressively, so that your listeners must be really influenced or impressed with you and influenced by your expression. Your thoughts, your ideas must be conducive to the understanding of the students or the people to whom you are really speaking at that very particular moment. So you should always try to express yourself in such a way that your audience may listen to you very nicely, comfortably, pleasantly. So laborious expression, one should not really speak laboriously, spontaneously. Natural expression is really the best expression. Expression that comes out of your heart is really the best one. But the expression that really comes out of your mind, out of your mouth only, that expression touches the ears of the listeners and gets back without imprinting any form of impression on the mind of those listeners. So for the improvement of your English expression, first of all, you have to improve your word power. A child who is really born in our society learns only word, ma, pa, after 1 year. 1 year that child listens to the language of the family, language of the environment, language of the neighborhood, and not only language but behavior of the people belonging to that very particular locality to which that child belongs. So 1 year he or she remains silent, watching everything, atmosphere. And after that, just after 1 year, that child starts speaking ma, pa, of 1 letter word, then 2 letter words, then 3 letter words. After that, when that child creeps out of the passage or out of the door, he or she comes in contact with other children in the neighborhood, and she or he, that child, learns something from other children in their playing ground or outside their own house. So you have to listen to the speaker. A good listener, only a good listener can be a good speaker. If you want to improve your oration, means speaking capacity, eloquently, means very nicely, with full of terms and terminology of English language and literature, it will be better on the part of your personality to go through various types of English prints. You must be a lover of English prints. It may be simple story, it may be simple book of class 1, 2, 3, or any class. From there you can really learn almost different types of splits of language, different types of culminations and different forms of language. If you read a sentence, suppose, try to follow me. If you read a sentence printed on paper, you have to study minutely how that sentence has been framed. How? You have to understand how that sentence has been framed very nicely and closely. Words are really used very properly. So you have to understand from where you have to begin your sentence, from which part of his speech. Language is divided into different groups. You know, parts of a speech. Parts of a speech means parts of our language, parts of our expression. Words are placed in different columns. So you have to understand that how to use all those words properly. It is not only necessary to begin your sentence with a noun or pronoun only as the subject of your sentence. You can start with an adverb also, with a preposition also. But you have to command the language, not in the beginning. But after a great deal of a study of different novels, plays, dramas, and different fictions, and different other English plays and literary terms, you can really come to understand how you have to use different parts of a speech, either in the beginning or in the end. There are certain rules of grammar. Grammar restricts our expression, but it doesn't mean that you have to go out of the laws of grammar. You have to follow it. You have to follow the track. If you want to drive a car, you have to follow the route. You have to follow the route. Without route, nobody can drive the car. So, first of all, you have to understand how to speak. For that purpose, word power is necessary. As I have told you, a child learns first word, then 2-word sentence, 3-word sentence. After that, when the child is sent to any institution or a school, there, in class 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, he is taught grammar. Grammar is not a matter to be injected into the brain of a child from the very beginning when he is born. There is language only in the beginning. If you go to Bengal, you stay there for 1 month or 2 months, you can easily understand and learn Bengali. You can't write it, but you can understand it. If you go to South India, Kannada, Malayalam, different other languages or languages being spoken there, you can understand and learn that language also easily. It depends on society, environment. So study and practice. These are the 2 pillars of language. Study and practice. Whatever you study, it doesn't mean that you have to study only books of literature, books of science, books of geography, especially different other subjects also. From there you can collect words and you have to coin those words, use those words properly in your own expression. You have to find out how to use those words properly in your expression related to any other subject. It may be science subject, it may be art subject, commerce subject, or any subject. But you have to understand how to use those words properly in your sentences. So study, reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, but writing an exact man. Try to understand. This is the sentence of Bacon, Francis Bacon of 15th century. Reading maketh a full man. If you study lots and lots of books, magazines, newspapers, different other writings and compositions, your mind will be full of knowledge, infested with knowledge, different types of knowledge. And after that, you have to choose the part of knowledge which is related to the environment, to the persons to whom you are going to express your views. So it is your responsibility you have to study the norm of the people. Norm means mentality of the people to whom you are going to speak. In which subject they are interested. If they are farmers, they are interested in cultivation, farming. If you start talking about business, commercial subject, they can't get interested, they will never listen to you properly and nicely. So you have to study, just feel the pulse of the mind of the people in your society, in your company, and you have to study their mentality according to, if you want to adjust yourselves to the mentality of those persons, you have to study their mentality and accordingly you have to work. You have to express your views. So a study is a must. It will really fill up the blank volume of your mind and it will really complete your knowledge. Though perfection is far away from us, it is only God who is called perfect. But nobody can be called a perfect one. There are errors in each and every individual personality, but those errors must be lessened. They should be minimized. Try to understand. Errors, everybody commits error. But those errors should be gradually minimized. I am just speaking about your grammar. There are only 4 chapters. The most important chapter is the proper use of preposition. It is really the steering wheel. A steering wheel, in car you find. A steering wheel of the language vehicle. It gives proper direction to our thoughts and feelings, what you want to express. That steering wheel of the proper use of preposition will really give you comfortably the potential of your speaking, expression. You can use preposition in different ways with the same word, giving different types of meanings also. So it is related to idioms, idiomatic expression, that is literary expression. But in the beginning you have to use simple language. After that, reading some books of literature, you can really improve the quality of your expression. Your literary expression will be heightened, enhanced, ameliorated, and you will come to a certain point where your expression will be really appreciated by audience. So a study is a must. Ideas, if there is no idea, if there is no word in your mind to express a certain point of view, how will you express it? How will you express? So words, if you study well, then words will be there in your mind, thoughts will be there in your mind. You can arrange very beautifully all those words with your thoughts, and you can express them very nicely, comfortably. And another point is study and practice. Where there is no proper environment of expression, suppose in our Bihar state, UP state, Hindi speaking states, North India, just I am speaking, there is no proper environment of expression. Expression doesn't mean only to speak sentences. You have to use properly each and every word nicely to express your views correctly, up to the point. How to pronounce a certain term. How to pronounce. If you use cats, S is there. If you use dog, S, then it is dogs, not dogs. The pronunciation you have to understand also. Pronunciation has a great value in our expression. Otherwise, if we want to speak certain term, certain idea, if we want to give other persons, and if our pronunciation is defective, then our expression will be driven towards some another direction, and they will understand something else. Then your purpose of your expression will not be served properly. So pronunciation is a must. Study and practice. In practice, pronunciation is a must. In grammar, I was telling you first preposition, second use of articles, including no article also, where you have to use milk of cow, the milk of cow, the milk of a cow, or the milk of the cow, where you have to use certain language splits in your expression. These things also you have to understand. Slowly you will improve your quality of expression, and your knowledge will be improved through your own studies also, and this place will give you a proper platform for your expression for practice. So you have to practice expressing your views and understanding the thoughts and ideas or the feelings of other people also. So word power is a must in our expression. Words are really the real property of a language. Words. The words are infinite. Words are not limited. That we find in our dictionary, that we find in one language. But words are unlimited. That is infinite. For William Shakespeare, for example, William Shakespeare used 16,000 words created, oriented on the basis of his own coining method of literary expression. 16,000, his own words were there, used by William Shakespeare. And if you go through any book of William Shakespeare, original textbook, you will find there are certain old English terms which have literary meanings, but they are now no use in our language. We can't express in that old language in modern time. If you want to express also, nobody will follow you. So that is also another point. You have to study it. And study is a must. Always try to be learning point of view. From learning point of view, you have to study and try to understand the word, use of it, where you have to use article, where you have to use preposition, two things. Then sequence of tenses. Sequence. If somebody speaks one part of the sentence, that may be the main part, main clause, principal clause in past tense, and if you use their future tense form sentence also in the same as a clause, then that will be defective. So past, if you are in present tense form expression, expressing yourselves, then you can use past, present, future also as per the sequence of events related to that topic. So sequence of tense, it includes different things also. How to use simple present tense to indicate past, present and future also. Past, present and future also. Simple present tense has vast scope. If there is no use of another part of this tense form, if you use simple present tense only, it will be quite enough for you for your expression. It expresses future action also, past action also, present action also. That is sequence of tense form, preposition, article. Sequence of tense includes verb forms also. Verb forms where you have to use finite verb, non-finite verb, linking verb, gerund as a noun, or ing form of the verb used as adjective also, present participle, that is also partially verb, partially adjective. So all these things you have to command slowly, gradually. One night cannot make you a great scholar like Kalidas. Overnight, nobody can be a Kalidas. Nobody can be a great scholar like William Shakespeare or Milton or Kalidas or any other great personality of our country. Your topic, which we are really discussing, APJ Kalam, he was a missile man, suppose, science. He belonged to science faculty from the very beginning of his life. He labored very hard. You know his history of childhood. He was not in a position to attend any institution, school also. But he became such a great missile man. The presidency, the post of the president is really the first citizen of our country. But despite that being the first citizen of our country, above that post, he was not only a man of our country or president of our country, but he was a missile man of the world. Other countries, America or all other powerful countries, really, they had certain ideas, feelings about that personality. They were also frightened at the mention of that missile, which was really invented by this personality. So being a science also, John Keats, one writer just I am giving you, he was a medical practitioner. He belonged to science faculty, but he was a great poet. Critics are of the opinion if John Keats had survived, he died at the age of 26 only. But if he had survived a few years more, if he had survived a few years more only, 4, 5, 10 years, he must have really surpassed the height, literary height of William Shakespeare and Milton at the same time. Including drama and poetry, William Shakespeare is the greatest writer of English literature. On the other hand, we find Milton outside drama. Milton hasn't composed any drama. Outside drama, Milton is the greatest poet of English literature. But if with John Keats has survived only a few, he was the last born, but first to die of the romantic age. Who? John Keats. If he had survived a few years more, he must have really surpassed the literary height of Shakespeare and Milton both at the same time, simultaneously. So study and practice. These are the two weapons that you have to just adopt and practice yourself, and you will get success, no doubt, in your life. In any branch, if you want to get success, honesty must be preserved. Probity. One word is probity, integrity. That is honesty. Integrity, I want to tell you, one inspector from CBSE board came to Central School, your town, Ifandi, and he asked in the assembly, he asked, can anybody express the term integrity? The meaning or the sense of the term integrity? There must be integrity in teachers, then in students, then in each and every individual citizen of our country. If they are patriotic, if they want to improve their country or to save it from internal and external crimes. And even the PGT, I don't want to name that personality, now he has retired. PGT of that institution, in that assembly, he fumbled. He was really in a fix, not determined to express the meaning of the term integrity. Try to follow me. Integrity is not a part of integration. It is not related to integration, integral part, but it is an integral part of our personality. It means probity, it means honesty. In the office, when he started telling all of them in front of the principal, after that he told, PGT, you understand, postgraduate teacher that teaches the students of class 11 and 12. Not to speak of TGT, but PGT teacher, qualified teacher, PhD, doctorate degree holding personality, did not express that or explain that term. So it is each and every term you had to understand, but captivate that term in the watertight compartment of your brain. From there you can just pick it out at the moment of your expression, one by one, from your subconscious brain, and then you can really express very fluently, very nicely, and very thoughtfully. So you must be serious from the very beginning of your learning English. You have to command it to certain extent, but not even more than 5%, 4%, 10%. Newton, who was a great scientist, you know him very well. What did he say? He's just at the shore of the ocean of knowledge and just searching out a few pebbles. Then nobody can be called a learned person. Learned means that is full stop. Learned, already past, full stop. And learning, incessant process of learning must be inculcated in the brain of the child. That should be really inculcated, inscribed in the brain of the child, so that the child may learn up to the last breath of his life. It is ever learning process. We can learn many things from our friends, from our books, from our juniors, from our seniors, not only from our teachers or books, from our environment. Each and everything, each and every creature, even the smallest creature of the world also teaches us something. So we must be of learning mentality, and we have to learn from each and everything, each and every person. Very nicely. You are getting tired? More? If I get time, next time I will tell you something more also. So, yeah? Yes.
How can I speak consistency on my lecture?
I have already told you, first of all, you have to improve your word power. How? Not from your dictionary. You should not learn words from the dictionary directly. But you have to go through different types of books. Novels, fictions, plays, different other books of quotations also, idioms and phrases also, word power books also. There are so many facilities in modern age. But there is only one thing that should be really your mentality, that is study. If you want to study either from your books or from your mobile, if you don't use your mobile from your learning point of view, then don't touch it, throw it out. Don't keep mobile with yourself. But if you want to study, words also you can learn from there. You can learn use of word also, pronunciation of word also. Everything you can learn from there. But such type of mentality or intention should be really imbibed. Only then you can improve. And there should be ideas also. Not only words are enough. Words are there in dictionary, but dictionary is not a book of literature. Thousands and thousands of words are there. But if you go on speaking words only, then who will understand what you want to express, what you want to tell them, communicate? Nobody will understand your ideas. So you have to arrange those words properly in sentences, then sentences in paragraph. After that, your whole theme will be really expressed very nicely, clearly. So word power you have to understand, and then only those chapters that I have told you, preposition, articles, sequence of tense, and you have to recognize subject and object. Object after verb and preposition, subject before verbs only. Only main thing you have to understand. Article, regarding the use of articles a and the. A and indefinite articles, try to follow me. If countable singular noun is used in your sentence after a verb, either it may be action verb or linking verb. Linking verb you understand? To be verb, is, am, was, were. With complement, noun, pronoun or adjective and any other part. Not with verb. If it comes with a verb, then it becomes a helping verb. So you have to understand these things also. Use of verb in conformity with the number and person of the subject. All these things you have to understand. And then you can express yourself. There should be ideas. If you choose any topic to be expressed by yourself, you must be well conversant with the pros and cons of that very topic.
Yes.
All the matters related to that topic, only then you can express, but there may be words also. So these things you have to understand. Any problem from your side? Ask me. Regarding language, literature, uses, any other thing? Any problem? You boy? Do you feel any problem in your expression?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. What's your problem? Hesitation?
Yes.
On one point you have to understand. Either Hindi or English or any other language that you know. If you know this is a table. If you say this is a table, it is correct. How will you say that this is not a table, this is a chair? Can you tell this is a chair? If it is really correct, up to the best understanding of your knowledge, then you must be bold enough to express yourself. You should not understand that somebody or other persons are really junior or senior. They are highly qualified. They are lecturers, they are professors, they are officers. Not to speak of the authority. They may be authority, but whatever the position is regarding your expression, this is a table, suppose. You have to speak this is a table all the time before anybody else. You can express. So try to forget one thing. If you want to speak English, you have to forget your language at the time of your expression. Forget your language. Maybe Hindi, Marwari, Gujarati, any other language. You have to forget your language at the moment of your expression. If you know your own language, it will dominate your expression. Whenever you are not getting a proper word to express your views at that very particular moment, you will use only one Hindi word also in the mid of your expression, then it will be also faulty. So strenuous process of learning should be there in your mind, and words arranged in your sentences. Arranged means arrangement of words in your sentences that will be really improved through your study of grammatical rules and regulations. You cannot avoid those things. If a father has 4 or 5 sons, one son has become a DM, suppose, qualified, and all other sons are not really qualified or educated, they are just normal, uneducated, illiterate. So they are leading normal life, and if that DM, highly educated personality, he is a DM, but he has not been born and brought up in that very particular civilized society. He has not learnt civilization, culture, how to behave, how to speak, where and when and how you have to express certain views, to whom you have to speak, to whom you have to express yourselves. These things, if you don't know, manners of life, manners of speaking, manners of behavior. So a well-behaved person is regarded everywhere. Ill-mannered persons are not regarded, not respected. Understand? Under the modern firmament of our country, means political country, political means firmament, we find there is no leader who speaks properly and nicely and gently from culture point of view. They have already forgotten their culture and civilization. They have just stepped into the arena of anarchy. There is no proper situation of life to be observed by them in their way. So where you will go? Where you will get proper civilization? Where you will get proper education? Our education is devoid of civilization, moral education. There should be moral education imparted to the children from the very beginning in the family. Try to follow me. Why that family instinct is really observed in our society? Because a person belonging to a certain family, educated and civilized, not educated, educated and civilized family, can be a polite one, can be a great personality. There must be humbleness there, modesty there. If we are not humble, if we don't know how to respect our elders, elder brothers, sisters, other persons in our society, our teachers, our parents, then we cannot be good or ideal citizens of our country. What a man has done of man, you can imagine of this scene, you can imagine or conceive or conjecture of that very particular situation or event of your life. That man has become worse than animals. Worse than animals. Sometimes you will read in the newspaper that a mother sucks the blood of her child, an infant child. In our country, zenith of our religion, zenith you understand, even the abyss of our mentality or our religion and our behavior, these things are there in our society. So you have to understand how to lead your life normally, in a civilized way, in a cultured way, and nicely, very well. You feel any problem, other problem? Word power you have to improve and do practice here. Practice makes him imperfect. Honor and same from no condition lies. Act well your part there, all the honor lies. Our language is a double-edged sword. Sword, you understand? With which we can cut our throat also. Suicide, we can commit suicide, and with which we can save ourselves from our enemies also. It is up to you only how to use your language. Sweeten your tongue. Make your tongue quite sweet so that the people belonging to your environment will be pleased with your nature, behavior and your behavior, and they will really respect you. Okay? Any problem you feel? Tell me from any side. Any type of problem. Word power you have to improve. Don't avoid grammatical usage, especially preposition or article sequence of tense and verb forms as per the number person of your subjects in sentences. And after that, there are so many things. In the due course of your time, you will learn many things, and your expression will be perfected. It will be natural. It will be just your own, not derived from other places. Own. So, own expression. You are yourself a special personality of the world. God has made you a special one. Don't imitate others. Don't copy others. You have to make yourself, your own personality, a special one so that others will follow you. Why will you follow others? Be a leader, not a follower. Study well, learn good things, be honest. Be honest in your study, in your work, wherever you find yourself in your life. Any time in future also, this time also, you have to just improve the quality of your behavior, your manner, your expression. Only observing only one word, that is honesty. Only one term, honesty, includes all the virtues of human life. All the virtues. Everything is there. Truth, punctuality, everything. Good manner, all good virtuous qualities are there only in one term, that is honesty. So you have to preserve honesty in your mind and observe it from the core of your heart, from your conscience. Conscientiously you have to understand and behave yourselves at different steps of your life. As you have got so late, you have been here from the very morning time only. So next time, okay, if I get time. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sir has taken very little time. It is
At last,
little time.
Our turn.
I would like to especially thanks to both the learners, and mostly I would like to thank first Anil sir that he has given me a chance and given you, all of you, a chance to meet our Honorable Mahadev Babu, and we all have learned many things today from him. So once again I would like to say, at the age of 87, a person is coming with us and speaking like that, and giving us something to learn. That is really our fortune, and I feel that I am really unfortunate that I have not yet met this great personality. This is the first day I have met him, but I have many times heard from our Honorable Anil sir. He always mentions about this personality who spoke about among you. And today I am not going to take your more time because already you are getting late, but this late is not a matter. Our sir has spoken so well, has taught you so many things that I think you must have learned those things, and you must implement those things in making your speeches better, making your spoken better every day. So thank you so much. And one more thing, that Sunday is your day. Sunday is your day. So you have to think how to make this spoken class better and better. How to make this, if you have any ideas, give me, I will try to implement this. Okay? So thank you very much. Try to speak better. Thank you very much. Next topic we will discuss about it later. What should be given the next topic? Okay, let us discuss now. What should be given the next topic? Any suggestion from anyone? Social? Students' life. Okay. Any more? Anyone? Social? Evils. Okay, good. Both topics are good. Yes?
Work is work.
Okay. Anyone more? You say, Anil sir, which kind of topic should be given today? Sir will decide, both you. Social evils, students' life, and work is work.
First of all, a student life.
Student life.
Yes, they are.
Because you are a student,
Yes.
so you have to study about the student life.
रह गया स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ, यही रह गया. ओके, अब स्टॉप कीजिए.